All right, let's talk about the apps on your phone. You know, the ones that are just so hard to put down. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the deliberate design choices that make them so, well, engaging. We're going to break down the secret formula companies use to build habits and keep you coming back for more. I mean, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You pick up your phone to check just one little thing and then boom, you look up and somehow half an hour has just completely vanished into a feed or a game or a video stream. Here's the thing. That experience isn't some random accident. And it's not a flaw in your self-control either. It's actually the result of a really powerful, psychologically driven formula. It's been deliberately designed to build habits. So what is this secret formula? Well, at the very heart of it is a framework that designers call the hook model. It's this four-step process they use to guide you into forming unconscious habits around their products, a lot of times without you even noticing it's happening. The four steps are trigger, action, variable reward, and investment. Super simple, right? But together they create this incredibly powerful loop that just keeps us coming back. So let's dive in and break down how each piece of this puzzle works. Okay, so first up, everything begins with a trigger. Now, the external triggers are the obvious ones. You know, a notification ping, an email, an ad that pops up. But the real goal for these designers is to connect their app to your internal triggers. That feeling of boredom, maybe a little loneliness, or even just uncertainty. That's what makes you reach for an app without any outside nudge at all. So once you're triggered, the next step is the action. Now, for habit to really stick, this action has to be incredibly, almost ridiculously simple. We're talking about a scroll, a tap, a quick swipe. The less you have to think about it, the less friction there is, the more likely you are to do it. And that just makes the loop stronger. Now, this next step, this is the engine of the whole model. The variable reward. See, our brains are just wired to hunt for novelty and surprises. It's actually the anticipation of a reward, not even the reward itself, that releases dopamine and creates that craving. It works just like a slot machine. That unpredictability is exactly what keeps us hooked. And you see this everywhere. It's the unpredictable number of likes on your photo. It's that surprise bonus you get in a game. It's even the chance that the next video in your feed is going to be amazing. This constant, never-ending variable novelty is what's so good at capturing and holding our attention. And the final step in the loop is investment. This is where you put a little something of value into the system. It could be your time building a profile, your data by customizing your preferences, or your social capital when you invite friends. Every little investment makes the service more valuable to you over time, and it also loads the next trigger, making it way more likely you'll go through that loop all over again. But you know, this four-step model doesn't just work on its own. It's made so much more powerful because it's specifically designed to tap into some really fundamental human emotions. First up is good old FOMO, the fear of missing out. Think about it. Limited time offers, stories that disappear in 24 hours, notifications telling you what your friends are up to right now. All of these features prey on our deep-seated anxiety about being left out of the loop. Next, there's our fundamental need for social connection. I mean, we're social creatures, and these platforms satisfy that core human desire with things like likes, comments, and shares, which make us feel validated and like we're part of a community. And finally, there's that super satisfying feeling of achievement and progress. You know, leveling up in a game, closing your rings on your fitness app, or earning a new badge. It gives us this tangible sense of accomplishment that keeps us motivated to keep going. So, this level of psychological influence, it brings up a really critical question. When does creating a super engaging product cross the line into fostering an actual addiction? And believe me, it is a very, very fine line. A healthy habit, right, that helps you achieve a goal that genuinely improves your life, like learning a new language or exercising. The design empowers you. But a harmful addiction, that's often used to just escape negative feelings. The design can start to feel exploitative. And in the end, the user feels a real loss of control over their own behavior. This really puts a huge responsibility on designers. There's a great quote from the Meda Foundation that says, "Ethical design is creating value without exploiting users' time, emotions, or attention." The goal should always be to serve the user, not just capture their engagement for the sake of it. So what does the future hold? Well, as you can probably guess, as technology evolves, this habit-forming formula is only going to get more sophisticated and a whole lot more powerful. I mean, we're already seeing AI that can hyper-personalize our experiences, predicting what you want sometimes before you even know you want it.
And pretty soon, immersive tech like VR and AR will create entire worlds that are designed to be as engaging as possible, blending the digital and physical worlds in ways that are going to present some totally new ethical challenges.
All of this leaves us with one last, pretty crucial question to think about. The next time you find yourself scrolling away, just ask yourself, is this habit designed by me to actually improve my life? Or was it designed for me just to capture my attention? Definitely something to think about.